process or boomerang. Joining us right now, Marc Thiessen, former speechwriter and best-selling author for George W. Bush, and former chairman of the Arizona GOP, Robert Graham. Marc, you don't think this is a good move. Why?
Well, first of all, I want Donald Trump to succeed. I want him to pass his agenda, and I'm as frustrated as he is by Congress's failure to repeal and replace Obamacare. But the lesson of the failure to repeal and replace Obamacare is that 52 senators is not Republican senators is not enough to get 50 votes for Donald Trump's agenda. Because what happens is when you only have 52 senators, then John McCain becomes the swing vote, and John McCain can single-handedly decide whether we get Obamacare repeal or replace or not. So we need to expand our majority, not reduce it. And this is why I'm so concerned about when he goes after someone like Jeff Flake. Oh, I understand why he hates Jeff Flake. He wrote a nasty book about him, says nasty things about him. I completely get it. But Jeff Flake votes with Donald Trump 94% of the time. Yep. Jeff Flake voted to repeal and replace Obamacare. He's going to vote for tax reform. We need more people who vote with the president 94% of the time. So I'd like to see him going after vulnerable Democrats instead of going after vulnerable Republicans.
There's nothing Marc said that isn't based in a solid thought and strategy. But Robert, you think President Trump has a different strategy that might be more effective?
Well, when you say that he wants the president's agenda to move forward, the president's made it very clear that his agenda is putting America back to work again. He's got a clear vision. He's focused on the best possible outcome for the people. And the one thing that I hear over and over again, if you've been with the president, he listens to, he focuses, he wants to have the best outcome and the best path to get there. When you see people like Senator Flake or others that are putting up opposition, you talk about 93 or 94% of the vote, most of that's been personnel voting. Most of the agenda items that he's talked about, Senator Flake hasn't been with them. So here again, guy signs up, he's a billionaire that signs up to become a public servant, gets hammered every single day when he breathes. He's got people within his own party. He's leading on these issues, right, and people within their own party putting up opposition, keeping it from happening. And again, he makes it clear this isn't a Democrat or Republican thing. He wants to put America back to work.
Yeah.
So when you see that
Rob,
happening,
we're just saying, but we're just talking about you think the tactical work to agitate. I mean, I know coaches that take their best players and they try to get under their skin before the biggest game. That is a tactic. That is a method of motivation. Marc, do you see that there might be a method to and a motivation rather than a rant?
I'm less concerned about the tweets against McConnell and other people than going out and trying to find an opponent to Jeff Flake, or having a super PAC run ads against Dean Heller, who is a vulnerable Republican in Nevada. I don't want to see Arizona and Nevada go to the Democrats in 2018. I want to keep those in the GOP column. We need to add votes, not lose them. Yeah, I'd rather see Donald Trump going after Tammy Baldwin, who votes against him 81% of the time, or some of these other people who vote against him who are vulnerable Democrats.
Better is McCaskill, Tester, or Manchin.
Exactly.
Those are the ones to get under to straddle them because they can't afford in some cases to vote against Trump. But we do have some breaking news, and that is a new tweet from the president. So let's take it in. I'll read it for the first time with you. If Senate Republicans don't get rid of the filibuster rule and go to a 51% majority, few bills will pass. 8 Dems control the Senate. Robert, is he right?
Yeah, he is right. And this is the thing. When you talk, Marc, about you wish that we keep the Senate majority, Jeff Flake in our state has an 18% approval rating with primary voters. It's become less about Donald J. Trump and Jeff Flake and more about saving that seat for Republicans. So this is more than just a consideration of whether he likes Senator Flake or not. It's about pushing this agenda forward.
Okay, real quick, Marc, do you want him to go to 51 votes? I know the president wants that, but is that in the long-term interest of the country?
It's not in the long-term interest of the country, because when it flips around and we have a Democratic president with a Democratic Senate, we're not going to like that. What I do want to get rid of the filibuster, and the way you do that is by getting to 60 votes. Win 8 more seats. Hold on to Arizona, hold on to Nevada, and let's take out 8 of these Democrats who are in Trump states, states that Donald Trump won, that are up in 2018, and let's get to 60 votes, and then we won't have to worry about the filibuster.
And by the way, I look at Marc and I look at Robert. There's not an anti-Trumper there. You want to see Republicans be successful. Right. You just have different ways of going about it. Robert and Marc, thanks so much. I will say this about Jeff Flake. I do believe that he would like a rapprochement with the president. Meanwhile, straight ahead, the ACLU